chosen this for myself quite a bit. The selenite piece, crown chakra. So selenite itself is really good for cleansing the body and the spirit of all negative energy. And so it makes sense that this is for peace, and this is also for the crown chakra, is what it mainly targets for in terms of the main chakras. But this is really good for indicating that you need to make sure you find that inner peace. Okay, maybe even outer peace too with other people. Make sure you cleanse your space. Maybe this is saying you should cleanse your space so that you can find more peace. Declutter. This would be a good time to declutter, especially, spring cleaning. Oh my god, perfect. A lot of people don't think about what they surround themselves with, not just who you surround yourself with, but what you surround yourself with, and all the clutter that you surround yourself with can really affect you. So if you pull this, I would recommend doing your spring cleaning. Also, it can mean just finding the inner peace, whatever that means for you. Whether that be meditating, whether that mean finding a peaceful resolution in your life. Anyway, here's deck 3, Unakite. Unakite. Some people say Unakite, some people say Unakite. It says live in the present, heart chakra. I know a lot of people have been thinking about, especially with the vaccine and everything, people have been thinking of positively or negatively about what they will be doing for the future or the present. But I think a lot of you, especially if you chose this, you are maybe overthinking things. You're thinking too far ahead about what the future will hold, and this is just reminding you that you need to live in the present moment. Don't worry too much about the past or the future. You need to live in the now. Because when we live in the now, that will help our future be the best that it will be. So focus on the now. I don't know what else to really say for that, except for make sure you aren't overthinking things and living in the future. Okay, now on to the Animal Oracle deck. Oh my gosh, this is not close. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now, the Animal Oracle decks. I'm going to be doing the same thing, decks 1, 2, and 3. Okay, I'm gonna look at one already tapped out. So that will be for card 1. I keep saying deck 1, but yeah, card 1. Oh, okay. Okay, more than one flew out, so. Okay, I'm not gonna see. That's card 2. Okay, this one wants to come out. Card 3. Okay. Card 1. Oh wait, I'm drawn to this one, I think. 1, squirrel preparation. Get ready for big changes. Again, April, I feel like there's a lot that will be changing for the springtime. I think a lot of you will want to get out there and do more. Some of you don't want to get out there and do more and are nervous about that. But I think a lot of you do want to get out there and do more, explore more, especially from being stuck inside for all this time. I think, though, if you chose this, that with the season, I don't know, springtime is always a big time for me. So as a president, choose this one, but just expect big changes, whether that be home life, whether that be travel, whether that be you're getting vaccinated. I feel like a lot of you are going to want to actually move, so maybe the travel could also be with moving. You're getting ready for moving. If you chose the same for the other one, but if you chose this, it could be for big changes in terms of moving. You feel it's safer now to move. Wow, yeah, I feel present yourself the best way you can in a workplace setting. That would be really good for you. Make sure that you have everything you need for that, though. Make sure you allow yourself to be creative, or, to let ideas flow. And if you are hoping to be pregnant, this is a good card to keep trying. Alright, we're done with that one. Now let's go with the butterfly deck. This one of my favorites. I don't have that many decks, but I love this one so much. This is the first one I've ever had. This one wanted to come out, I think. Okay, I'm not gonna read it. Hold this one. I'm choosing this one for me. Okay. Ooh, retirement. This one is retirement. Wow. So if you're thinking of, when I'm thinking of this card, I mean, it could be that you're hoping to retire soon, just in general, but when I look at this, immediately I thought of, if you are thinking of changing careers, do that. This is really good indication of retiring the current career or job that you are at, finding something new. That is really what I'm getting for this, finding a new career. Or if you are confident that you like your career, finding new ways to enjoy your career, or to bring out that creativity, or to liven up your workspace. That's what I interpret for this. Get some rest. Oh my god, I pulled this so much for myself. This is one of the ones I pulled the most for myself. Get some rest. And that could be mental rest. If you are overthinking things, this this is a time for reflection or of just slowing down and prioritizing yourself so you can figure out what it is that you need to do to live your best and happiest life. Okay. Deck 3, King of Cups reversed. And the 5 of Cups reversed. These are not good. They're all like positive necessarily cards. Okay. If this is in terms, it could be, again, this could be somebody else in your life, but I feel like, oh, you know what it could be? I feel like this could represent somebody in your life who is having you run dry, and this is you being run dry. There's just nothing else left that you have to give. I feel like you're in a very toxic situation right now. It's kind of similar to this, the first deck, but I feel like you're in a very toxic situation right now, and it could be toxic against yourself, but I feel like somebody's being very toxic against you right now and having you run dry. If somebody's being very emotionally manipulative to you, you need to find a way to get away from that negative energy and make sure you have a positive bubble of white light energy all around you to prevent any of that negative energy running you dry. That's a lot of what I see. Somebody, or it's like in the future, beware of that happening. That's really what I'm sensing and seeing and feeling right now with that. That could definitely be like boss energy too, relationship energy, family energy. It could be any of that. I mean, it really could be yourself, but I'm not seeing that as much. It could be that there's just somebody in your life that you need to make sure that April maybe will be a tough month for them, and they'll be really depressed about it. You need to make sure you check up on them if that's the case, because I'm seeing a lot of depressed energy here. Make sure you take time for yourself, please, and find resources, find help if you need to. But that is it for the video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Let's mix this up a little bit. There's a card that flew out. This is just for everybody. It doesn't have to be feminine energy, but make sure that you embody, more so like your nurturing qualities, nurture yourself. Work hard on yourself for April. I see a lot of that. Work hard on yourself, on rebuilding and strengthening, because you are a beautiful person. You have to believe that, and you have to embody that with what you do, with how you treat yourself, how you treat others. Anyways, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful for you and that it resonated. I really enjoy doing tarot and oracle cards for myself and for those in my life. So if it was helpful for anybody else out there, that would be amazing. I will have everything time-stamped down below as well for the decks. I should send that in the beginning, but anyway, I love you. Make sure you send this to other people, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Oh, I can't reach. Ugh.